Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Fucking Easy Food Prep. Healthy food you actually want to eat. It's a beautiful day here on the Gold Coast. It's been raining, hasn't it, Dar? No good for our bloody tanning and getting sun, is it?
We are tanning today.
12 o'clock.
Yeah, 12 o'clock.
15 minutes.
It's in our schedule.
It's in our schedule. Don't go crazy though. Like, you know, it's like don't go out and lay in the sun for hours and hours and burn yourself, but you do want to get regular sun. It's really good for the production of vitamin D, helps your immune system. Like I always feel so much better when I'm actually get a bit of sun. Plus you look 10% leaner.
You looking at my lippy?
I am, Dar. She put on a bit of lippy today, didn't you, Dar? Bit of lip gloss.
It's annoying the fuck out of me, so I just want to wipe it off.
It looks so pretty though, Dar. So today we're making, I don't really know what to call this, but this is a recipe for one of the girls in our Win It Life program. She posted it, so we sort of did it slightly rip-off version. We didn't change too much in it, but we've never made this before, as like most of the other things that we make, it's a bit of a hack. So it's like a baked oat slice, overnight oat slice. So what we've done is we've got 345 grams of oats in this bowl here, and we've soaked it overnight in 2 cups of light milk. So why we do that is because grains, nuts, seeds contain a lot of digestive inhibitors and anti-nutrients. So they do have nutrients in them, but they're very hard for the body to digest. And by soaking them, it just makes them softer and it breaks down some of those anti-nutrients and digestive inhibitors. If you have any sort of digestive issues, this can help, but always test and measure. You know, we find with the women in our program, a lot of them will come in and, you know, like us, they've done years of the bird food diet, so eating lots of raw green vegetables, nuts, seeds, foods that are very hard for your body to digest, but are so-called superfoods. So, you know, listen to your body, ladies. If something makes you bloated and constipated, you know, eating a lot of fibre too. I used to eat heaps of fibrous foods. You know, I was told that I had to eat green vegetables, nuts, seeds, psyllium husks. I'd eat heaps of them. Yeah. And I was actually the most constipated I've ever been. Mm-hmm. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And bloated as fuck all the time.
All the time. Because what those things do, like imagine your intestines have these little villi on them and they're very sensitive. So it's like shoving shit down a drain pipe. It expands, it irritates it irritates the sides.
Literally.
It irritates the wall, the lining wall. It feeds gut bacteria, which creates endotoxins. You know, so I think it's really about getting in tune with your body and listening to your body and eating foods and seeing how you feel. So like now if I eat anything that doesn't really agree with me, or if I eat a bit of shit, which is not really that often, because if we've ever gone out, you know, we've eaten something that has like vegetable oils in them, I actually feel slightly depressed. Like I can actually feel it. My eyes feel puffy.
Yeah. We went out for lunch the other day.
We picked quite good stuff, didn't we?
Yeah, really
oysters,
good stuff. Seafood,
steak.
We did have steak, but
I don't know what it was cooked. Maybe the oil.
I think it was the oil it was cooked in, and maybe the potato had a little bit of margarine or something in it.
It was weird.
I just like wanted to shit.
Yeah,
I loved it.
You got the runs. Me too. It runs, and it's really it's like an inflammatory response from your body, and you'll get. You know, it's after eating like this for 4 years, you know, my sleep's great, my stomach is flat, you know, my mood is stable, and you start to get really in tune with your body. And when you actually eat something like that, you really notice it. And I think where we see a lot of women go wrong is that they just blindly do these diets and they don't actually listen to their body. And it's just so funny, you know, like, but I was like this, I guess. I was like so anti-sugar, and you'll get these people coming in and they're so, oh no, but I've got to eat these green vegetables and nuts and seeds and all this other, you know, superfoods. Yet they're bloated, they're constipated, but their belief is so strong that they can't let go of that. So it's so hard for them. So, you know, I just urge you to listen to your body. So
just because everybody's doing it doesn't make it good for you.
Totally. So all the bloody green smoothies, and no one really likes that shit.
No.
Like, fuck.
No one likes broccoli. I had a lady say to me the other day, I love broccoli. And I'm like, no, you don't.
Just ask them, like, tell me when you have a binge, which you all fucking do. What do you binge on?
Yeah.
No one ever binges on broccoli. So it's like, you've just, but I think we've just become so, like, we're so conditioned by the fitness industry to eat all these green vegetables and nuts and seeds. And, you know, people just get so fired up about sugar, and I'm just, oh God. Anyway.
Look at us. We eat sugar all the time.
Yeah.
We're happy all the time. Our mind is not foggy.
Yeah.
We bounce
Sleep.
out of bed in the morning. We smile all day.
And look, everyone, it sounds like we're eating 10 cups of fucking white sugar. Fruit, juice, you know, like bananas, dried fruit. We'll eat some white sugar in our diet, but when it's part of a nutrient-rich diet, free from digestive inhibitors and polyunsaturated fats, preservatives, additives, it's fine. White sugar is just energy devoid of nutrients. So let's whip up this bad boy because it'll be a really nice one to have for afternoon tea with a cup of coffee with milk. And I think this would be a good one for the kids too. You know, like I think for the mums, like we have so many mums in our programs, and trying to find things that you can pack into their lunch boxes that, you know, are not packaged and full of preservatives and crap. So this would actually be a really good one, hey?
Yeah. And I would maybe even make this because it's that easy.
I don't know. There's a few ingredients in there. Could be too much for you. So we've got 345 grams of oats. Soak them overnight in 2 cups of milk or 2 cups of OJ. I just put the milk in there because I wanted to increase the protein content and the calcium. So next you've got 2 to 3 mashed bananas. I only had really ripe. I only had 2 in the fruit bowl, so we're just going to use 2, aren't we, Mel? But you can use 3. You know us, like we're a little bit hacky. All of these things too, so the coconut oil, the butter that you put in, and soaking the oats overnight, the gelatin, that all makes it a bit easier to digest. So next we're gonna crack 2 eggs in there, and we're gonna have a heaped teaspoon of bicarb soda. Then we have 65 mils of coconut oil just melted in that, or you could use butter, whatever you prefer. We've got 100 mils of maple syrup. You can use honey, you could use condensed milk, you could use white sugar, whatever floats your boat. We just had some, you make sure you use real proper maple syrup. If you're on a more of a budget, just use some honey or use some white sugar. Would do the trick too, or you could use some condensed milk. And then we've got 100 grams of dried fruit in here. So we've got some raisins, cranberries, I think there's some blueberries. You could use apricots, dates. Just make sure they're sulfate free, free from any sort of preservatives or vegetable oils too. A lot of the time they'll put canola oil in there. So we'll pour that in. Did we get all this out? Don't want to waste any of our yummy.
We need a spatula though.
Oh, doll, I know. Someone said they're like, guys, you're leaving too much in the bowl. Then.
It's okay, I lick the bowl afterwards.
Now this, I think we worked out, we put it in my MyFitnessPal, it was going to make me 12. So I'm going to put some new gel in there as well. So I'll just put in, maybe we'll do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it looks good.
Hey, up with
6.
Too.
Now what we actually wanted to talk about today, but we sort of went off topic, is, you know, Mel does a lot of, she does coaching calls with the women in our program. So we have like certain milestones that they have to hit. And we're actually releasing a brand new update. We totally revamped our program and we're going to release it to everyone this week in a couple of days' time. So we've broken it down into modules, which will be really, really good. So, and separate milestones. But, you know, it's funny, we find that a lot of the women in the program, and just I think in general, is that, you know, as soon as they hit little roadblocks or they get off track, it's like they want to throw the towel in and completely give up. And, you know, I think you've got to sit there and ask yourself, well, why isn't it I've never got to where I want to be? Because every time it gets hard, or every time I hit a roadblock or life or shit happens, I go, oh, I can't fully commit to this, so I'm going to quit. So, you know, I think if you are constantly walking around with thinking that, then you never actually get anywhere, because it's the imperfect action consistently that's going to get you to your goal, because really it's just eating and training. So, you know, improve one thing, improve 1% every week. Just show up. If you go off track, realign yourself, get back on track and keep working towards that goal. Because if you consistently take imperfect action, it might take you 18 months to get there, versus if you quit and you never get there and you constantly find yourself trapped going on 12-week challenge after 12-week challenge. The other thing too is that you need to look deeper. Like these 12-week challenges is just quick fixes. Like a lot of the time there's deeper issues as to why you can't stick to something, and creating lasting change takes time, and it's scary. It's scary, it's hard to dig deep and get uncomfortable.
Behavioural change in the first few months, I think, is the biggest thing.
It's massive.
Yeah.
It's
and
massive.
shit is always going to happen in your life, you know. Just
got a pan here that we've put some, what do you call it, greaseproof paper. That actually smells so good. Do you want me to hold it? Yeah. Yeah, so I think, that's probably one of the biggest factors, is that the ones that can just not give up when it gets hard, or not give up when they hit small roadblocks and think, oh God, I'm not going to keep going. Because the ones that have stuck with it, like I'm actually going to interview next week Deb and Emma. They're two clients that have been with us from day one.
Yeah.
So they were with us before our gym even opened, before it became New Strength, and they've stuck it out. And they haven't been perfect, and they've had fuck ups, and they've failed forward, but they're still here, and they look amazing, and they feel amazing. And I mean, it's interesting. It's not only their body, but in their personal life too. Like Dan and Emma own two successful businesses. They've just had a baby. Deb is changing careers at the age of 62 and becoming a coach.
And strong as fuck.
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah.
So I think, it's, if you can do this, like it will spill over into so many other areas of your life.
Absolutely.
It's like you. Look at you, look at April. If you can just persist and stick with it, it'll show you and teach you that you can persist and stick with other things in your life. So it's like, just don't give up. Just don't give up, hey Mel.
Don't give up.
Invest in yourself. All right, so 180-degree oven. I think we cook it for 45 minutes. We're not going to know. We'll find out soon, hey Mel.
So we'll probably leave it in there for 2 hours.
Yeah, we'll come like, oh fuck, it's burnt. So we'll leave that for 45 minutes, and we will see you soon. All right, we're back. It took a bit longer, hey Mel.
I went to the beach.
Yeah, not an interview. But how long was it? How long did it take?
I put on for an extra 20 minutes, so.
So maybe, I reckon an hour probably, do you think? An hour at 180 degrees? Yeah, okay, cool. So it looks really, really nice, and it smells, it smells so good. Can you do oats? Are you all right with oats?
From my finger.
Oh yeah. So we're just going to pull it out?
Oats are good for me. I have to soak them overnight though, because I have digestive issues.
Yeah, you're
a bit like Craig.
Oh no, you're in the bloody digestive issues, eh? So I'm just gonna, oh yum. Oh yum, so I thought it's gonna make me 6. 12.
12.
Yeah, okay, fuck, all right, so. Or maybe about there. So I'll have to cut them in halves. Well, they're pretty big slices actually. So I have to cut them again. Yeah, that's nice. It's quite moist. What do you think? Let's have a...
Oh, yeah.
Could be a bit sweeter, don't you think?
A little bit of cream on top, maybe.
I think...
warm.
I actually think it needs a little bit more... maybe I just didn't get any fruit.
It's yummy.
I actually, if I made that again, put a little bit more sweet in it. Don't you think?
A little bit more sweet?
Yeah, a bit more... Oh no, if you get the fruit though, it's quite nice. I just like quite sweet things.
You can sit here all afternoon.
Yeah, there's it. Do you think? When you get the fruit, it's quite nice.
I like it.
You like it?
I like it the way it is.
I think if you don't like it super sweet, how about this? It's really, the raisins are nice, aren't they? It's quite moist. I might have this for afternoon tea with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea.
Cup of tea, little cup of tea.
So there you have it, the easy overnight oat baked slice. If you like it a bit sweeter, maybe double the maple syrup, or you could put a bit more sugar in there. But that's actually really nice. It's actually turned out quite moist, it's yummy. The other thing you could do too is make it with orange juice. The original recipe had 2 cups of orange juice instead of milk, but I just wanted to bring up the protein content a little bit. So you could add juice in there. You could probably even try, you could add some yogurt, maybe some chobani, because that'd up the protein as well. Like put the yogurt and the juice in there as well. And that would actually be really nice. But yeah, there you have it, ladies. Overnight, easy baked oat slice. Enjoy.
Bye-bye.